is true, but I can love you like nobody can. Even better. Hello everyone, it's Patrick, your friendly neighborhood shaman, and welcome to another Wednesday night as we are about to do our sacred pipe ceremony. I am down, oh, do you see my friend up there? Oops, trying to get, do you see my friend? Oh, there's some geese going by, what a lovely day. Okay, I can't tell where he is now, but my friend Thomas the crow is back. About this time every year, he comes down and begs for food. Well, he doesn't beg, I offer. And so, let me see if I can coax him down. So this is Thomas, everyone. Won't let me go any closer. So now I have to make sure I have food every time I come down. As Thomas has my mouths to feed. And while I'm pointing the camera this way, this is where we are. This is where I am sitting in this beautiful spot on the Cedar River. The sun is going down. This is my secret spot, my sacred spot that I come to do ceremony. I just love it here, especially when it's getting all greened up and everything. And this tree right here in front of me, this one, that's where Grandfather Eagle likes to come and sit and smoke with me when I'm doing ceremony. He's not there today, and he might be a little scarce coming up because I've noticed when Thomas is active, because he has babies to feed, the eagles tend to be a little scarce because Thomas and his cohorts kind of chase the eagles away. But it's really, really cool. During the pandemic, I took a couple of classes with a shaman named John Lockley. He's a South African shaman. And I was talking about this place and how long I've been coming here. And he wasn't surprised at things like Thomas or the different animals that I see here. Deer and beavers and stoats and rabbits and all kinds of things. Herons, like 2 or 3 different kinds of heron. And he was saying that when we spend a lot of time, right? We spend time just like we spend money. When you spend a lot of time, especially when you come in, I mean, every time I come, I do ceremony, I drum, I connect to the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. He's like, that's like putting money in the bank. And so that the more time you come, the more your revenue that comes back to you because of everything you've invested. And I've had some pretty miraculous things happen down here. Just amazing, amazing things. So anyway, that is where I am right now. And in a moment, I am going to drum and set sacred space for us. And when I do that, it will be as if you are sitting right here with me on the shores of the Cedar River, in the same beautiful place. And so why don't I do that now? Before we do ceremony, we always want to set safe and sacred space. You know, every ceremony is like a story, right? You have your once upon a time, and you have the end, and then you have the middle part, where the bulk of the plot and everything happens, right? Well, when we're doing ceremony, or once upon a time is when we drum and call in the spirits and the elements to hold space around us, to surround us in a higher vibrational energy that prevents anything of a lower frequency to get in. And what that means is that then we can breathe, we can let down our barriers, our walls, so we can open our hearts to catch the blessings that are meant for us from Creator. And then we do our ceremony, and whatever ceremony we're doing. Of course, tonight it's our sacred pipe ceremony, which I will explain in a minute. And then we have the end part, where we again drum and we release, we say goodbye to the spirits who so lovingly held space for us. Let them return from whence they came. Not that they're actually coming from anywhere, because they're always right here, but that's how we create ceremony. That's how we create the space that becomes the focus for ceremony, whatever the intention of that particular ceremony. So let me drum and call in the spirits. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. I love sacred space. Sorry, I might get a little distracted watching to see if Thomas came back or not. I'm so happy to have him back and to have that personal one-on-one interaction with him. Not that he ever comes really close. He's getting closer and closer. We'll see, one of these days maybe he'll actually take something from my hand, so we can only hope. All right, so thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking an hour of your time, an hour out of your time, of your daily routine, to turn inward, to let go of the outer world and turn inward, to connect to Great Spirit, Creator, Goddess, whatever you call the divine. I began doing this back during the pandemic, when everything got turned on its head, right? Like, and as a pipe carrier, as a shaman, my job is to support my community. And because of the circumstances of the pandemic, we couldn't really meet in person to do ceremony. And so my guides were urging me to start doing it on Facebook Live, to do videos of it. And that is not traditional. In fact, it's actually, in some circles, very frowned upon. But my guidance has been clear, and my guides are like, the traditions need to change to serve the people that they are meant for. And so with a changing world, our traditions change. And so that's why I continue to do this, because the world has not gotten any less crazy than it was during the pandemic. And so my purpose here is to set this sacred space, to create an hour or so for my community to be able to turn off the outside world, to just sit in silence, or to pray or chant or sing whatever it is that connects them to spirit, so that they can then go back into their world and carry that light within them. So that is why I am here. That is why I do what I do. And if you're new to this, or if you've never seen or experienced a sacred pipe ceremony, let me explain. I think Thomas went home for the night. I noticed last night he left right around the time that the sun went down. So he might be nestled in with his chicks and his mate. Anyway, so the sacred pipe. 19 generations ago in the Black Hills at Bear Lodge, which white people have dubbed Devil's Tower, White Buffalo Calf Woman appeared to the Lakota people, and she brought the original sacred pipe. So I keep hearing things rustling, and like, Thomas? I also have my friend Jack, the sparrow, that's hanging around. And I always love hearing him sing. Anyway, wow, can I be more distracted? So, the original pipe was brought to the Lakota people by White Buffalo Calf Woman at Bear Lodge in Wyoming. And it was a time of kind of strife and bickering, of drought and hunger. And so she brought the pipe as an instrument, as a ceremony to unite the people. And she brought with her 7 total ceremonies, all of which revolve around the pipe. The pipe this is a mobile church. This is a mobile altar. You know, and at the time, the people were nomadic, so they could bring church wherever they went. And then she left, and like, someone figured it out, and they said it was around 2,000 years ago that we've been doing this pipe ceremony for like 2,000 years or so. And the original pipe is still around. Chief Orville Looking Horse still has the original. He's the 19th generational keeper of the White Buffalo pipe. So it's that ancient, and that's like, every time we smoke, every time we put tobacco in the pipe and we smoke, we are connecting to all the ancestors who have done so up to this point. Again, uniting, right? Not just uniting in space, but uniting back through time with our ancestors, with the people that lived in these lands before us. And it's said that the red of the Catlinite stone that makes up the bowl is the red of the blood of all people. So it's no longer just about uniting the tribe, like as in the Lakota tribe. It's about uniting the world, all races. I heard someone refer to these times as the age of the pipe, because there are people smoking the sacred pipe all over the world, and it is helping to bring people together. So when we have the pipe, we keep it separate, because when we put it together, the stem is the divine masculine and the bowl is the divine feminine. So when we put the two together, it's all of creation. It's like the divine presence right here in our hands. This is like touching God. And so when we put the pipe together, until we take it apart, is one giant prayer. And it basically opens a channel straight to Creator. So I always tell people, once the pipe goes together, to really pay attention to your thoughts. because everything you think or pray or intend goes straight to source with no filters, with no obstacles, and so it's that exponentially more powerful. So think about, pay attention to your thoughts. Don't be hyper vigilant, right? You don't want to say, oh crap, there was a bad thought. Oh no, there was another one. Oh crap, there's another one, right? We don't want to spiral. It's like in meditation, when you realize that your mind has been wandering, you don't judge yourself, you don't start swearing, you notice it. And you bring an awareness, and then you bring your awareness back. And it's the same thing. If you find your mind wandering, or you find yourself having worrisome thoughts or that kind of troubling thoughts, just notice it, like, whoop, okay, and bring it back, and replace those thoughts with higher thoughts, like Abraham Hicks talks about. Hang on to the highest, how does he put that? Like the highest possible thought that you can in any moment. To reach for the highest feeling thought. And remember also that it is more powerful to pray in gratitude, even if it's something you haven't received yet, to pray as if you have. Thank you for my health, thank you for my prosperity, because that in itself is a show of faith, right? You're thanking Creator for things that you haven't received yet, because you know that, when you ask, you will receive. So ask in gratitude rather than petitioning, please, please, please. Conscious or energy flows where consciousness goes. So if we're focusing on our troubles and how much our back hurts or how much we hate this situation, that's where the energy is going to go. That's where the universe is going to focus. And it will continue to bring you that same situation. And so think about the highest possible thought. What is it you really want? Cut through the crap, don't, like, if it were a perfect world and there were no obstacles, money was not an issue, you could do anything you wanted to, what would you want? And then focus on that goal, because that is, I could go on so many tangents right now. I've been talking about this for the last couple of days. It's been coming up a lot with clients, but really it comes down to basically trusting that anything is possible. There's that saying about nothing is impossible with God, right? And Wayne Dyer once said something like, what part of nothing is impossible with God don't you understand? Right? It's like anything is possible. If you desire it, that desire is a gift from the divine, telling you which direction to go in, telling you what is possible, and telling you what you deserve. If you didn't deserve it, you couldn't desire it. Anything is possible. Like bibbidi bobbidi boo, possible. Okay, that's probably enough said about that. So I thought I would just give a quick rundown of what the actual ceremony will look like, so that you can kind of follow along. Because part of it is spoken out loud, part of it is in silence. That way you'll kind of know what's going on. It might have more meaning for you. So I already called in sacred space, so we're already sitting in this beautiful bubble of light and love. And the first thing I'm going to do is light some sage. And I have a little altar here beneath my phone where you can see, but I am going to light some sage and smudge everything on my altar here. Excuse me. And then I'm going to say a prayer asking for permission to smoke in this place at this time. We always ask for permission. You know, and when we smoke the pipe, not that you need to know this right now, but when we smoke the pipe, we don't inhale it. We only take the smoke into our mouth and then we blow it out, because the smoke that, you know, we're sending these prayers out on this smoke, and that is an offering to the spirits. That is a blessing meant for the spirits, not for us. And so we just bring it into our mouth and then we blow it out. It kind of in the same way that you might, like when you're walking through the woods, I like to have tobacco or cornmeal with me, or both. And at certain places I might stop and say some prayers and leave an offering of tobacco and cornmeal for the spirits of the place. And this is that we're like giving those prayers, we're giving that smoke to the spirits. And I know, like, even in some Siberian tribes, they have these big, like when they bury one of their family, they have these big old like tombstone things, and there's always a hole in the top of it, just big enough to hold a cigarette or a cigar. And it's traditional that they come and they'll light a cigar or a cigarette and they'll put it in that hole so that their ancestor can smoke. And it's kind of not exactly the same, but similar enough that it warrants being told. So that, like, people would come along and they would light a cigar or a cigarette and they would smoke, talking to their ancestors, and then they would put the rest of the cigarette or cigar in that hole so that their ancestor could smoke and enjoy it. So once I have permission to smoke, that's when I put the pipe together. And then I will put 4 pinches of tobacco into the bowl. And that part I say out loud, so you'll hear the prayers and the offerings that I make as I'm filling my pipe. Then my guides gave me a song to sing before each ceremony that I facilitate. And so I will sing that song at that, once I have the pipe filled, that's when I will sing that song. And then I will light the pipe. And the first thing I'm going to do is blow smoke blessings and offer the pipe to the 4 directions, to Father Sky, to Mother Earth, in a circle for all our relations, and then to Great Spirit. And then I'm going to pause for a moment with the stem to my forehead and the bowl to my heart, that silent prayer. Then I will come back and relight my pipe. And the next thing I'm going to do, once I light it the second time, I'm going to take a great big puff of smoke and I'm going to blow it straight at my camera. And that is a blessing coming to you from the ancestors, from the smoke, to carry your prayers and your intentions to Creator. And so I blow it at my camera, and by the magic of the internet and the holographic universe, those blessings come out of whatever device you're watching this on to your heart and carry your prayers and your intentions. Then I will continue to smoke and blow smoke blessings, breath blessings for various intentions of my own, for intentions others have asked me to pray for. And then at some point, it'll feel complete, and I will say another prayer, sing another song, and then take the pipe apart. So that is what it's going to look like, so that you can kind of follow along. And part of the benefit of us not being in the same physical space is that you are free and welcome to do whatever it is you do to connect to spirit. Whether it's chanting or singing or dancing or yoga or Tai Chi or whatever it is, you have the freedom to express whatever way you connect to spirit. That is the purpose of me setting this space. If we were in person, it would be different. We all need to be silent and that. But because we are in different places physically, you are welcome to do whatever it is that connects you to spirit. So I think that is it for now. And just a little reminder that this is my day job. And so the video, I never charge for ceremony. But I do have my PayPal and Venmo in a tip jar at the top of the comments. If you feel like you would like to reciprocate, if you feel you've gotten something out of this, would like to reciprocate, would like to support your friendly neighborhood shaman, I am more than grateful for anything you have that you would like to give. So thank you in advance. Thank you for that. But again, no obligation. This is a gift from my heart to my community. So let's do it. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians watch over us as we smoke. Oh, wow. Bad shaman. I haven't. Wow. I forgot to smudge everything. I was in such a hurry. Interesting. I still got the permission though. That's interesting. So we'll just backtrack a little bit. And we'll do it again. Do over. All right. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May the beauty of the fire lift your spirits higher. May the beauty of the earth fill your heart with mirth. May the beauty of the rain wash away your pain. May the beauty of the sky make your mind to fly. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. May you walk in beauty in a sacred way. May you walk in beauty each and every day. Wow. try this again. I do have selenite on my altar. That's one of the things. And so I wonder if that's why I got the positive go ahead. I'm going to be thinking about that for a while now. Interesting. Anyway, on to ceremony. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send a voice. We ask permission to smoke in this place at this time. All our guides and guardians, watch over us as we smoke. Creator, Earth Mother, Tawabin, Shanadisi, Majakiwas, and Wabus. There was always room for you in my pipe. Creator, Earth Mother, for the two-legged, the four-legged, the winged, the crawlers and the swimmers, all our relations come smoke with us. Grandmother Moon, Grandmother Ocean, to the energy of birth, growth, maturity, the spirit realm and our ancestors, may all the passages of our lives be in harmony and grace. Creator, Earth Mother, to eagle, coyote, bear, white buffalo calf woman, bringer of the pipe and the law of good relations to the people. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane, Bayama, Okane. Grandmother, grandfather, eagle, we send another voice. Thank you for these moments. Thank you for these times outside of time, space outside of space. And we can touch the divine, touch spirit, embody what and who we are. Thank you for guiding us. Thank you for holding us. Thank you for loving us beyond judgment or agenda. Thank you for who we have been, for who we have become, for who we are becoming. Aha. Ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi, ihi, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o, ihi la ihi o. Oofda. So that is the sacred pipe ceremony. Other people do it differently. There's tons of different traditions or ways of doing it, just like everything else. But this is the way, well, it's the way I was taught, with some extra little things added to it from my guides and my spirits. So I hope you felt touched by that. I hope you felt a little bit closer to spirit, maybe had a little bit more hope. Because we really are all in this together. We really are walking each other home. You are not alone. And you really, there are no limits. There are no rules, only guidelines. And anything is possible. Everything is possible. I just did, if you're not aware, I do readings on Monday nights from 8 to 9 Pacific time. And this last Monday, the other night, Hawk came up. The cards I use are the medicine cards. Like each card has a different totem animal on it. So Hawk came up reversed. And I have been carrying that message with me since then. It touched me so deeply. And the message I gleaned from that, for the person who I was doing the reading for, was basically, don't let anyone convince you that you don't have wings. No one can ground you but yourself. You have wings. The worst someone can do to you is convince you that you don't. They can convince you that you're powerless, but you're not. You are powerful beyond measure. You are divine. You are whole. You are perfect just the way you are. There is nothing withheld from you. You are a child of the divine. You are a facet of the divine. All things are possible. Don't let others talk you out of hope. Don't let the appearance of things or the routine of things, the way things have always been, or logic, that's a big one. Don't let any of those things get in the way of what you know is possible. there are no limits. And I have seen the world rearrange itself to make certain things possible. And like in ceremony, when we are praying, when we are manifesting something, our prayers don't just go to the future where it is realized. Our prayers go in every direction, including into the past, where there might be a person you need to meet in your near future to send you in the perfect direction or to give you something that you need for your own fulfillment. But in creating that prayer for that thing, your prayer actually reaches backward in time so that that person takes the right classes, reads the right books, takes the right training to have the wisdom and experience they need to give you the wisdom that you need. Time is not linear. The world is not linear. And like Dr. Wayne Dyer again, one of the things he said, no one knows enough to be a pessimist. There is always a bigger picture than we can even conceive. There are things in play that if it were up to us, our ego mind or monkey mind, things would never happen. And so your job is to set that intention, to set that vision of that desire that is so deeply entrenched in you, and then let go of the wheel and allow the universe to take you there. Like Joseph Campbell said, where there were only walls, doors will open. When you start to move in the direction of your dreams, where there were only walls, doors will open. And I have personally seen that happen time and time and time again. It's real. And you deserve to be happy. You deserve the fulfillment of every desire in your heart, every passion. Don't let anyone convince you that you can't fly. You've got wings. Use them. You weren't meant to live on, you weren't meant to, how do I want to say this? Eagle talked to me one time. Grandfather Eagle came to me one time and he said, let others believe they are birds of the field. The sky is your home. Fly. Be free. You don't owe anyone anything. You don't need to ask permission. You don't have to justify yourself. Your heart is your authority, because your heart is what connects you to Creator. When your heart says yes or no, that is Creator saying yes or no. And your heart is also what connects you to every human being, to every living thing in the universe. So if your heart says yes, that is direction from Source itself, which takes into account every heart beating in this universe. So if your heart says yes, that is for the benefit of all of us, everyone. If your heart says no, then that in itself is for the highest benefit of all beings. Listen to your heart. Your heart will tell you how to fly. And follow the joy, follow your bliss. And know that anything is possible All things are possible. Okay? All right. So I'm just going to drum and release the spirits that so lovingly have held us in their love and light. A couple of announcements before I do so. If you are interested in shamanism, if you ever wondered what shamanism is, or had curiosity, this Saturday, the 20th, from noon to 3, I am teaching an Introduction to Shamanic Journey class in my downtown Renton office. You can find the information on my Facebook page as well as on my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. And then, if that's not enough for you, this coming Tuesday, I am beginning a whole new year-long course where we meet for 3 hours a month. We meet once a month for 3 hours to explore different aspects of shamanism so that you get to spend an entire year on the path of the shaman. And even if ultimately your path is not a shamanic path, if your heart says yes, I would love to have you in my class. I've had a number of students who haven't gone on to really live a shamanic life. Hi, Kingfisher. That's who I was looking at earlier when I was... Kingfisher is my brother. What was I saying? Oh, and so we come together every month, and so we walk an entire year on the path of the shaman. And I promise you that this will change your life. This is the 8th, I think this is the 8th year I've done this. And I can, with all confidence, say that if you choose to take that course, that it will change your life. You will not be the same person that you are today. So that again is information on my Facebook page as well as on my website, perchingwolfstudios.net. And while you're there, you can look at my website and see what other shamanic services I have to offer that you might want to utilize. Readings and healings and teachings. Oh my! You know, and if class learning isn't the right thing for you, I also do one-on-one mentoring. We can do, and I love doing the one-on-one mentoring. So you can find that information on my website as well. Anything else? Again, Monday nights from 8 to 9, I do mini medicine card readings right here. And again, I hope you come back next Wednesday and spend that hour with me in this safe and sacred space, in this beautiful setting of the Cedar River with all her flora and fauna. Is such beautiful, such beauty. So, and again, my PayPal and Venmo are pinned to the top of the comments. If you feel like you would like to support your friendly neighborhood shaman, I am ever so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. So, all right, here we go. Spirits of the earth, spirits of the air, spirits of the fire, spirits of the water, spirits of the upper world, spirits of the lower world, compassionate spirits of the middle world, the Fae, the spirits of the land, the ancestors of the land. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for holding us in your love and your light. Our work for now is done, but you are always welcome in our circles. Oh. again so much for your spending your energy and your time with me, taking time out of your busy day to turn inward, which is more important than what's going on around you anyway. I hope you come back next week. What else was I going to say? And even if you're watching this, the repeat of this, your energy is still a vital component of what happens here. That what happened here. Hello, grandfather. Eagle just flew overhead. I didn't even have the presence of mind to switch my phone, to switch the camera to look. I saw a big bird. I assumed it was heron because there's a heron that lives over here. But I looked closer and I saw the white head and the white tail. Wow, what a blessing. Thank you, grandfather. They're usually not flying at this time. Anyway, so thank you so much from me, from the spirits, from yourself, for this time together. And until I see you again, know that I love you, that I see you, that I honor you. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and go shining. Bye.